Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Welcome back. Just took a tour of the bank vault, I think, and ended up this. Welcome back to our
Interesting basement you have here.
yeah. Welcome back to our daily show. It's 9:39, little bit of change on this beautiful Tuesday. I mean, you couldn't ask for better weather in August.
Perfect.
I don't want to work today. I think that's part of the problem. I want to go sit out on the deck and,
Same.
mimosa or 5. Mm-hmm. See where the day takes
Good
you.
day for that.
Chris, nice to meet you.
You too.
What an introduction, yeah. Well, anytime we get to talk about Jacoby Arts Center, and what I think is great is you guys have been off to a fantastic start. It seems like State Street's really been your great location for you, and just adding to this district. And now we have a really cool Opening Minds Through Art program to talk about. Chris, you're the program director of this. And now let's really just talk about, if we could, just an overview of what this is all about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
I'll let Chris take it away because this is kind of her baby.
This is so cool, really cool.
yeah, it's a program designed for seniors with dementia, and it gives them an opportunity to create and have choice in life. Mm-hmm. As dementia progresses, people often lose the ability to make choices, and people make them for them.
Well, and I think, honestly, we've talked with Hayner about this. Mary and I just spoke about this yesterday because they're doing a support group program with, helping with finances during this time. And it seems like you really don't know how to manage this unless you're somebody that's living through this and not having those outlets. So to have this, I'm sure, is just really just going to be great for so many individuals that are affected with this disease.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
What are you hoping to accomplish with the program, in this first run of it?
Oh, gosh.
Sorry, I asked you a hardball 30
That's
seconds
okay.
ago.
That's okay. I guess it's a combination of educating the community that people living with dementia can still function in ways. You might have to simplify it some more, but they still can create, they still can function and do something meaningful and purposeful.
I love it. Well, and honestly, I think that's so important because, especially when you're going through this battle, which it's such a battle, you can still find joys in life still, and to have programs like this, and anyone that's done any bit of research or even just watched a documentary about how art and music are so important for individuals going through that. I mean, this is a program that should speak volumes to so many people and help.
Yes.
Maybe. And now, how often do we meet with this?
Once a week.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
So and then it becomes a routine as well.
It's an 8-week program, and so participants will come in and meet with a volunteer. They'll be paired with a volunteer, and I think a big cornerstone of and this is not a Jacoby program. This is a program that is national. Am I correct in saying that?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes.
So one of the things that the cornerstone of this is connecting people from different generations. So we have younger volunteers, and by younger we mean just at least one generation younger than the person who is coming in to do the art. So it doesn't have to be a high school or college student, but that is generally what we are looking for. So they will come in for 8 weeks to work with that volunteer on creating. So it will be led by Chris, and then the volunteer helps the artist with the materials, or sometimes even helping them to create, depending on the day and how it's going.
This is so cool.
Yeah, and they develop a relationship.
Right.
So at the end of the 8 weeks, we have a gallery exhibition, and the student helps the artist choose their favorite prints, make sure that they have a name, and that's some of the funnest part, to see what the artist chooses to name their work. And then we frame it, we display it. Jacoby's has been so wonderful at the gallery that they have. It's going to be so cool.
We're really excited about
we're
that
going to do the
component.
little wine and cheese thing, and the students will invite their families in to see what they've been doing, and the artists will have their families come in to show off what they've been doing. It gives me goosebumps even now. It's so wonderful.
Well, and I think that really is so important because to me, that's the price tag on this, because it's really invaluable when you think about it. And I think it's so important for the public to take note of that and realize really that for all the cool programs we have for younger people and for the middle-aged and just for the active folks and that are still able to keep up with their day-to-day, it's really cool to see these type of programs, making sure that those folks aren't forgotten about too.
Right.
Been wanting to do a program at Jacoby for the elder population since I've started working there, but just the right thing didn't come along, and I've learned through programming at Jacoby not to force things, that they land when it's time. And then Chris is one of our clay studio members, so ceramics is her medium, and she rents from us monthly to utilize the space, and just happened to one day mention that she'd really like to do this program, and it was just the right thing at the right time, and our new location is perfect for it.
It really is. And honestly, I think how great of it. And now, just to clarify the time again, just for me, what time are we meet once a week?
It's Saturdays. It'll be from 10:30 to 11:30 for the artists.
Yep.
The students come 30 minutes before to set up and learn what project we're doing that day, and then they stay for 30 minutes after just to kind of talk about their experience and then to get the mess cleaned up.
This is even better because right after you're done with the class, if everything's going well that day, go and have a bite to eat at one of the great restaurants that are around, because you're in literally the perfect spot to go get a great bite of food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem for me. Thank goodness for Shea Maryland's $10 lunch. It's an everyday thing.
You can't eat at a fast food restaurant cheaper than
You
that.
cannot. I say that to everyone.
Well, and I just, getting back into this, I think this is so cool. How many students are we still looking for?
We really have enough students to get
perfect.
it started. This semester we wanted to cut it off at a maximum of 8, and I think we've got 6 that have signed up.
I think we have 6 volunteers currently signed up, so we have space for 6 artists. And I do want to mention, CJ, that we say artists. But what we mean is anybody who is living with dementia. You don't
Gotcha.
have to have any sort of art experience. You didn't have to be an artist when you were younger. It's accessible to anybody, and it's great for cognitive function to come in and create and just get out of the house and get into a new environment and work with a new person. So
And for people living with dementia, just the socialization piece of it is priceless.
Well, I'm sure. And now, for folks that are living with dementia that have their caregiver, is their caregiver, if they have one, are they required to kind of stay there and monitor?
Actually, they're not supposed to.
Oh,
if
wow.
they want to stand off to the side and watch, they can, but that's a distraction. We want the artist to focus on what they're doing and their partner and develop that relationship. The caregiver is a distraction.
I think that's really even better then, because you give that caregiver, because anyone that's gone through that knows how much of a task that is, and around the clock, battle, and to be able to have an hour, or that time to yourself is really cool.
Exactly.
Well, and speaking of being downtown, just pop over to Germania or Post Commons and get a coffee and
Relax.
spend an hour and decompress.
And be you, just enjoy. And I think that's really, really important. And now, Opening Minds Through Art is a national program. How did you learn about this?
Actually, it was a friend who worked at the Alzheimer's Association.
Okay.
I spent most of my career in senior living in St. Louis area. And she knew that I loved art, and she had heard about this program. Maryville University has this program going on, and it was funny because I graduated from Maryville University with a degree in therapeutic art.
Wow.
Yeah, so it really was just like
That's a
everything
tie-in.
came full circle. I know. So she told me about this program, and the instructor from Maryville was doing a session for people through the Alzheimer's Association, and I went and fell in love and contacted Miami University is where it's based. So the Scripps Gerontology program there is where this was all developed. So I actually did I think it was like a 12-week online program, and then went there for a full day of final training.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a big deal.
She's the perfect person to put this program
I would already say, it's just like fell
Well-educated.
right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and it's great for the public to know that as well. A little bit of background on this program, what it takes to, that you're, with somebody who's very well certified and and ready to to lead this program.
Yeah, it's not just throwing anything together. It's research based. You only use these 4 colors because the artists aren't going to make it muddy. They're going to be successful because these colors work well together.
That's so cool.
But they can choose this color over this color, so that gives them some independence too.
While you were learning about this, did you hear of any just of the connections that were made, throughout, and just some of those? I'm sure some of those relationships have to be so cool.
Yeah. On the Opening Minds Through Art website, there's many videos, and many of those are the students through Miami University that are studying gerontology. They work with this program, and then they develop these relationships with seniors. So they've got lots of videos on
really
how
cool.
wonderful that has been.
Well, this is fantastic. And Chantel, what have Jacoby's thoughts just been internally about adding this to the repertoire? Do you think that you guys are going to add more of these types of programs throughout the next couple of years?
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I love programs with people like Chris who already have a really fully conceptualized program, and I'm just basically functioning as admin support, and not having to create something brand new from scratch. It serves a need, which of course is our mission. We're really, really excited. So this show,
But you didn't.
the exhibit will be, I think the opening is December 5th.
December 5th, yes.
From 6 to 8, which is the first Friday loop for Alton Main Street. So we will be on that loop for First
Perfect.
Fridays. You can jump on the shuttle, hop right off, and come in and see the work. And then it will be on display for 3 months. So December,
wow.
January, February. The general public is welcome to come in and see these works of art.
This is so cool. Why don't we? I gotta pay a bill. It's $9.50.
All right.
But I decided to do some recon real quick, and I went
Okay.
to the website. So why don't we play a video real quick that just shows some of the students and artists. This is out of the OMA, but out of Ohio. So we can kind of see that collaboration. I think that'd be cool. We'll do that, and we'll come back after a commercial break following.
Before? No. So these are the pieces that you made. Oh my goodness.
It would always start off as kind of that like, oh, I'm not gonna make great artwork, but when we did have really good pieces at the end, she'd kind of spark up like, yeah, I just made that and I actually like it.
The moment that you have the reveal of what the printed paper actually looks like was just a really, really neat moment.
Being able to still have choice and autonomy and agency in what they do.
I feel like it's important for them to be able to have something joyful to do.
What's up, it's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. 9:53. You can never hear what I'm talking about during the break, and I love it. It's always the best part of the show. Back with Chris and Chantel, and really, as we talk about this program, just a great video to see some of the impact, really, of and not only just the artist, but also this the student as well that's paired, and I'm sure that's leaving lasting impacts on their lives too, and a way for them to explore a new creative, I'm sure, as they're making their artworks and everything else. And how much is this program?
So it's $80 for the 8-week program. We're charging $10 per session. We do ask that they commit to the full 8 weeks. Obviously, things happen, but ideally. So there is a buy now button on our website. It has its own page.
I found this. I'm like getting good at my job.
Yeah, you are.
Almost. Let me zoom in because I have bad eyes. I can't see nothing. Yeah, right here, artist fee, and you'll hit add to cart right here,
Yep.
and then it takes you down. Oh, and then you can also, if you're feeling really generous, add a donation for Jacoby Arts Center.
We always appreciate donations, and those are tax deductibles. We are a nonprofit.
Uncle Sam loves that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a tax guy, though. I've never asked, is Uncle Sam a tax guy? You know, I always keep saying Uncle Sam, but I don't know, you know? Well, and, you know, with that being said, Chris, what else should we be hitting on when we talk about this program?
I think just the importance of being there, and you stumped me.
Yeah, well, and honestly, I think it's just really good though. From the tie-in of you know, just the multi-generational partnerships and the different different creatives. I think it's so cool to note that there's that it's an hour-long session,
It
correct?
is.
For the caregiver to go grab a cup of coffee at one of the great shops, go grab lunch, and then also for the individual that's going through that battle to really enjoy something that's not just maybe that home routine or
Exactly.
or
Exactly.
you put the fill in the blank there.
Which reminds me that it really doesn't matter at what level people
That's
are
a great
functioning. They can be someone that is in the early stages of the disease, but I've worked with people in the very late stages of the disease that have gotten great joy out of doing this program. So as long as they're able to mobilize enough to get into the building, that it really is the only requirement, that they be able to get in and sit down and enjoy.
And we handle everything else. So there's
Fantastic.
no weight on the caregiver other than to click that button and sign their loved one up.
Really cool. And this starts September the 27th at 10 a.m. and it runs through November the 15th at 11:30. And then afterwards, that art's on display?
Yes, it will be on display for 3 months. So it will
That's
be
so
open
cool.
to the public. We have batted around the idea of potentially doing an auction at the end to auction off the pieces, but that's not firmed all the way up yet.
It's still a great opportunity. And also, just a note, we say artists, but again, it's not meant for quote-unquote artist. It's for anybody that's going through that dementia battle, and a really great creative expression for sure.
Anybody who creates at Jacoby is technically an artist.
Exactly.
So you don't have to have any experience to
See,
show
I'm gonna
up and
tell
be an
my-
artist.
Tell my fiance that I drew a stick
That's
figure
right.
and she threw it in the trash.
No.
I'm just
not allowed.
I'm just kidding. Okay, but
I dig art out of the trash can and take it home and frame it. Like, that's a true story. Don't throw art away on my watch.
What's so cool is our daughter, she puts, they got the daycare art, and she just admires her own artwork in the refrigerator. It's kind of funny, you know? But with that being said, before we say so long for now, take me through what else Jacoby's working on.
Yeah, so we just dropped our fall class roster. We have all new things that are coming, returning old faves, and then our rinse and repeat. So we've got adult clay, hand building, and wheel throwing. 2 different open studios this fall, one on Wednesday during the day. We had people stop by and say, hey, I'd really love to do open studio, but I'm not available from 6 to 9. So in addition to Thursday 6 to 9, we now have Wednesday 2 to 6. And teenagers can drop in from 4 to 6. So lots of open studio. If you have some experience with clay, you're welcome to come in and work on pieces individually. There's no instruction during that time. That is for people who know what they're doing and want to come in and work independently.
This is super cool.
And then Kids Art Club.
Yeah.
You know I love my Kids Art Club. We have a free option still. If you want to come, it's Tuesdays now after school, 4 to 5:30. You can spend $5 lonely dollars to reserve a seat, or you can drop in and hope that there's space available for free.
This is so cool. And also, I wanted to make a note, because I love this for 2 to 4, the sensory exploration. How cool is that?
Yeah, so that's for our toddlers. It's the first time we've done toddlers. So it's for toddlers and they're grown up, because we don't have,
totally.
potty changing facilities at Jacoby. So that's up to parents or caregivers. But yeah, that's Miss Marcy. She does our messy camp during summers.
That's so cool.
She's taking that and restructuring it for our younger friends so they get to come in and kind of play with art in a way that's very tactile and hands-on.
Is Art East coming up?
It is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they moved the date this year. Registration is still open until we booted that to September 19th because we got things out a little bit late for that September 1st deadline. So they can sign up for that on the website as well. Art East is really fun. Art tour of the entire region. We partner with Edwardsville Art Center and the Macoupin County Art Center, and we do all kinds of fun open houses that 2 days. You could go in and see artists at work. You can buy things for the holidays.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Well, we just showed you the event calendar on the Jacoby Arts website.
There's so much more. Go check it out.
Yeah. We could have done a whole episode.
We could have done. We have so many things coming up.
JacobyArtsCenter.org. That's JacobyArtsCenter.org. Hit the donate button, support by month, and be a recurring donor. That really goes a long way. And people don't realize that how.
No, they don't. They think, oh, it's $10.
Yeah, no, it does.
No.
So much.
If 100 people donate $20 a month, it makes a huge impact to our art center.
I keep saying, we're getting ready. I think RiverBender needs to PBS it over here. Nonprofit will give you mugs, $10 a month. Not mandatory, not required, but just a thoughtful way for CJ to go eat at Tony's.
I'm
just kidding.
I agree with you there.
With that being said, Chantel, it's always great talking with you, and I hope Rachel's doing well as well.
She is doing great, yes.
Chris, it was great meeting you, and I know that this is going to be a fantastic program, and I really encourage folks to sign up. It begins on September the 27th. We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender. Thank you, too, for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take a quick break for top of the hour news. We'll come back with it next.